warning, this does contain spoilers, so if you have not watched the movie, don't watch this video. You have been warned. Okay, now onto the video. You have to remember that Frozen came out in 2013, 6 years ago. So at the same time, BTS were having their debut. I was watching Frozen when I could have been standing BTS since the beginning. I was learning the lyrics to Let It Go when I could have been learning the lyrics to No More Dream, but here we are. Anyway, you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about Frozen 2, a highly anticipated sequel that I've been waiting for ever since the first Frozen came out. I am a huge Frozen fan. Ever since the first movie came out, I was like obsessed with Frozen. I still kind of am. People who know me personally, like friends and family, know that. You guys like my new hoodie that I got? I got it at Walmart, and it has Elsa and Anna on it. It's so cute. And it's in purple, which is my favorite color. So anyways, I have my Olaf plushie with me, and we will be talking about the movie. Okay, so in the second film, Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, Olaf, everybody are they are going on a quest. Was it the Forbidden Forest? Oh, no, this isn't Harry Potter. The Enchanted Forest to not only like reveal, not only to figure out what happens in the Enchanted Forest and like I guess this curse that's on there, but also to figure out the origin of Elsa's powers, which is very interesting. So it mainly just starts off in the past with like little Anna and Elsa, and I was actually really excited to see little Anna and Elsa again and their parents because like I miss them. But also it is very important to the story since we're mainly gonna be going more into the past, which I find very interesting. So when Anna and Elsa were little, their parents told them about the Enchanted Forest and how like everything that happened and how dangerous it is and all that stuff. And you know, all the elements like fire, earth, water, wind. And here is where we get to our very first song, or one of our very first songs, which is Into the Unknown. A very catchy song, by the way. It's basically like the different version of Let It Go, like the better version, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But so also it is the season of autumn, I believe, because the leaves are changing and everything. It's not like summer or winter anymore. We decide to go on a quest and basically going into the Enchanted Forest. I keep on wanting to say the Forbidden Forest. So it's mainly about the past and Elsa kind of like finding out about her powers and where it comes from and everything. I really love the music. Oh my gosh, the music is actually really good, obviously. I was very pleased with this sequel. The visuals are really good. I really liked all the colors and everything. The animation. What I really liked was that they actually gave Kristoff his own song because it was about time that he needed it. It was a really good song, and it was also really funny. I was like laughing that whole song. I really liked how they had like a lot of they answered a lot of our questions, like, you know, why did Anna and Elsa's parents go out to sea? Well, why did they need to do that? Or what will happen to, you know, the main characters as they grow older, like Anna and Kristoff? Will they get married? Will they have kids? You know? Is Elsa going to find someone? Another good song was Show Yourself, which is when Elsa, after Elsa's kind of like, she kind of abandoned, well not abandoned, but like she pushed away Anna and Olaf, and she kind of went on her own like quest, like to figure out the main source to that like other place, I forgot what it was called. When she finds it and she finds out that it's like her mother, who is the voice, just like it gets very interesting because it's basically when she's in that like ice cave thing she sees. I really like how they showed like the memories, and you could see a lot of little like a bunch of things from like the first Frozen, because obviously those are the memories that Elsa's had. But also she found out a lot about herself too, and you know that she was the fifth element. and she found out like Arendelle's past and things like that, along with her parents and how her parents met and stuff. The thing that I felt like, not only that it was a good idea that they did, but it was also very interesting, was how, since Elsa so desperately wanted to find the answer, she was continuing going down the cave, and as she was going down, it was getting colder, so probably like below 0 or something. So at that moment it made sense for her to like kind of start like freezing, kind of like Anna, which is another thing that I like that they did, is that they kind of just like, it's kind of like I don't want to say it's exactly like the first movie because it's not, but they got a lot of elements from that, which is like, I think was good that they did. Elsa found out everything, but then she ended up freezing, which at that point, as it went back to Anna, I thought, oh my gosh, they're gonna kill off Elsa. Can Disney do this? I don't think they can. Whatever. So I thought Elsa they were gonna leave her to die, but anyways. So with Anna, it was Olaf and Anna, and then later on, as they were going back to the forest, Olaf starts to melt, and because Elsa is frozen, since basically she's like dying, Olaf, it makes sense that Olaf would have to melt and die too. So Olaf was basically dying. Anna was left alone. I started crying, and then Anna like sung this really nice song. Like, it was one of the many good songs in that movie, and it was very like interesting to see that, because she's so optimistic and she's so like has so much hope, but seeing her like that is like, wow. It makes sense, because like one person can't just stay optimistic and hopeful through everything in life. That's not really how it is. So eventually, since she's Anna, she got herself back up and she willingly like to continue on with the journey, even though Olaf is no longer with her. At that point, I was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next? I also liked how they had like new creatures, like new, like, not really characters, but like the water horse and the little Scalamander that has fire. It's really cool. I cried a lot in this movie. But yeah, so eventually, once everything was, I want to say like not back to normal, but like once the movie was almost ending and then things were looking up for the characters and everything, when Elsa and Anna like reunited, and Anna kind of started crying because she thought Elsa died. And even like earlier on in the movie, when Anna was like, I don't want you to go because I don't want you dying, just her saying that is like, it shows you that it's very like, I don't want to say not for kids, because it is for kids, it's Disney, but like it was trying to reach an audience where it was like more mature, like the same audience. Like, I was like 12, 13 when I first watched Frozen, and now that I'm 18, I feel like the movie kind of like grew with us. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting, because this movie wasn't really like, not normal, but it was talking about very mature or like things that you wouldn't really see in a Disney movie. It was funny because when Anna finally reunited with Elsa, she started crying, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's crying. And then like when Kristoff proposed to Anna, I was just like I kind of started crying, because I've been wanting this for like 6 years for Anna and Kristoff to get married. So then something that I was not expecting was at the end of the movie when Anna became Queen of Arendelle, and I was just like not expecting that at all. So I was just like, oh my gosh, so what happened with Elsa? And Elsa is actually stayed in the forest with I forgot what they're called, but they were the people that were against the Arendelle people. I forget what they're called, and Elsa decided to stay with them in the forest, and so she could be free, and like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it was very interesting, and I thought that was like a really good way to end it, because it kind of like gave us closure on a lot of things. You guys have no idea how hyped I was for this movie and how much this movie made me cry. It was so emotional. But one of my favorite parts was Olaf was like when Anna and Elsa and them had met not only the Arendelle soldiers that were trapped in the forest, but like the other people. Olaf had like decided to introduce Anna and Elsa by basically reenacting the last movie, which I thought was hilarious. I didn't stick around for the end credits scene. I guess Olaf had went back to the ice castle where Marshmallow, the giant snow monster, and the little snow geese, I forget how they say it. They were there, and he was just basically telling them the whole movie of Frozen 2. He was like, but then Elsa died, Olaf died, and then I live. And yes, I have an Elsa plushie. I also have the dolls, from the first movie, but like they're somewhere, I don't know where. I actually have a singing Elsa doll that sings Let It Go. Anyways, overall, I give this movie an 11 out of 10 because not only was it a really good sequel, which you don't really see a lot of, like some sequels people will make just to make money, and this one was more like a sequel that needed to be made because we needed to know. There was a lot of stuff that we needed to know. But yeah, it was also just like a really good movie, especially since the first one was like a phenomenon. Like it was like everywhere. It was crazy. It makes sense that this one's like just as successful as the first one. Frozen 2 is a really good movie. I highly suggest you watch it again if you've already watched it, because people who haven't watched the movie probably don't want to watch this or aren't watching this because I don't want to spoil it for them. But yeah, it was a really good movie. I was very happy with it. And yeah, I don't expect them to make a third movie. I don't really think they need it. They don't really need it. But I don't even think anything is confirmed. But I wouldn't be complaining if they were to make a third one. Although it might just take like probably another 6 years, but I'm fine with that. I've waited 6 years already. What's another 6 years? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please click like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the movie, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.